Hi you guys, tonight I am going to show you the stretches that I do for my Bell's palsy, more like synkinesis now, but I thought I would share with you what I do. They have helped me tremendously and hopefully they can help you. If you are new, welcome. My name is Dani. I was diagnosed with Bell's palsy in 2019. It has been almost 5 years now, I think, 4 or 5. And I do have residual synkinesis from it. And these stretches really help a lot. So if you are new, I would love it if you like this video and subscribe, and let's jump into the video. First and foremost, I use something to just kind of warm up my muscles and just to relax them. I really focus on stretching. I don't focus on exercises, and that is because that is what my physical therapist told me to do. Now, this is in no way medical advice. Always consult your physical therapist. If you don't have one, I will put the contact of one below here. His name is Pierre. He is phenomenal. Now, you do have to be in a state that he practices in order to see him, but he is so well connected with just the facial palsy, Bell's palsy community that if he's not able to see you, he most likely has somebody that you can go see. And I highly, highly, highly recommend physical therapy because it was such a game changer for me, especially when I was not seeing the amount of movement that I was hoping to see in recovery. First thing I do is I use this Thera gun. It's the TheraFace Pro. I love this thing. It is a little bit of an investment, but it's worth the investment. It also has light therapy, so you can do red light, blue light, or purple light. I just stick with the red light and I do it on 3, and I just go in and kind of just warm up my face. It feels so good. And I always do both sides because, again, that's what my physical therapist told me. You always want to do both sides. Even though one side is stronger than the other, you just always want to do both sides. And I could do this for 15 minutes. And sometimes I do. If I have been talking a lot on any given day or my face just feels tighter, I will just do this in bed as just something to wind me down. They have different attachments as well. So this is just like the nubby attachment, but they do have like a trigger point attachment, which sometimes I will use, but I'll show you what I do normally. So that's what I do to warm up the face. So then what I do is I do put on a little bit of face oil. This on just to give my skin a little bit of scrub, not a ton, but just a little bit. I go in with this tool. This tool is my best friend. This tool is very dirty. This is the Fascia Blaster for your face. This is Ashley Black's Fascia Blaster. They have tutorials. Everything you'll see here, all the tools I use, they all have tutorials on how to use them, but I use them in a totally different way. And I think that's one big thing with Bell's palsy is you really need to go with what feels good in your face because only you can know that. And so for me, doing more trigger point release type stretches is very helpful and beneficial for me. For some of you, it might just be better to do more of like sweeping stretches with more of like a gua sha. I do use that, but this is my best friend. So I will go in, make sure you have the oil on, and I'll just kind of like run it around my face to see if I have any tender spots. And in those tender spots, I will hold until the tenderness goes away. It can be pretty intense in the beginning. You don't want it to be so intense where you can't breathe into it. You want it to be a little bit intense. And so I will do this first, and then what I'll do is I'll go in and do more of those sweeping stretches. Now, to give you an idea of what I really focus on, this muscle right here is the tightest for me. This is your platysma. I forget what this one is, but it kind of all pulls down, and that's my biggest complaint is with my smile, it pulls. So this corner of my mouth isn't able to kind of curve up like my normal smile on this side. The other thing, this eye gets super tight, and so your eye muscle is circular. It's a sphincter muscle, so it's circular like this. This gets so tight. I really need to go in and release this muscle, and so that's where I'll really go in with here, like right there. So I'll push slightly and I'll just breathe. It hurts, but it like feels so good at the same time. And I'll even feel, I don't know if you can see it, but I'll even feel my muscles on the right side of my face just relax once it goes away. Oh, see, and then there's a little bit right there, so we're gonna hold right there. Okay, and then I'll kind of just gently, you don't want to push too hard because the muscles of your face are very small, and so they really don't need a lot of pressure. So just remember that. This just kind of helps you break up the fascia. And I can even hear it. You can hear the like crackling. And I'll kind of go a little bit down the nose, like that. So that's what I do around my eye. And then usually there's like some knots and stickiness right around my jaw. So we'll go in there. And then after I kind of go up there, I'll focus in around here. And again, just going in and finding those sticky spots. You can kind of, what's cool is these little nubbies kind of fit like right into the jaw, and you can even kind of go a little bit, not rougher, but just kind of really get in there. Last point that I like to work on is my eye, this upper area. Right here is usually where it's the most tender. Yeah. Oh, right there. So that was kind of a quick overview. I will usually spend a little bit more time really going in and doing that and just being very mindful. And then on this side, I'll just kind of do like some sweeping motions just to kind of keep all the fascia nice and loose on this side too, like that. And you can go up in here, get into the talus. You can even go up into your hairline, which feels really nice. So that's what I do with the trigger point. And then before I go on to the gua sha, which is kind of like what I do to finish it all up, I will go in especially to this muscle right here, my eyelid muscle, and I will stretch my eyelid muscle. And so I will take 2 fingers as an anchor, and I will just anchor it on my eyebrow, and then I'll close my eyelid and just kind of pull it down. And again, you don't need a lot of pressure. You just gently pull it down. And this, I mean, my eyelid is so much better now. It was so tight, and I was noticing it at night, especially when I would try to sleep. I almost felt like I needed to tape my eye again because my eyelid would just not shut, and I would get, like, the light would come in, That's what I'll do there. And then to finish it off, I'll take my gua sha, and you can do it with your gua sha, or you can even do it with a facial cup, but I'll just go in and kind of stretch everything out. And this really helps too. And if I ever feel like there's additional trigger points that I missed, I'll just kind of sit on it. Right there, I feel one. lymphatic system. A good thing to do with this too is also open up your lymphatic nodes too before doing this, because you are going to just inevitably be doing some lymphatic drainage massage too, just with the nature of it all. You can go up like this. Usually do about 5 strokes. And then do the other side. And then a little bonus, if you are worried about wrinkles and Botox, you can take the little spiky side and just go in. Bring some of that blood flow up. That is what I do to just help release some of the tightness that I feel from my residual synkinesis that I have from my Bell's Palsy. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section below. I know if you're going through Bell's Palsy, it can be scary, but just stick with stretches, stick with nourishing and just taking care of your body, and you will recover. So I hope that was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.